Jacqui-Lee Pryce for Shadowboxruk UK. I'm here at the Dorchester in London with Miss Karriss Artingsall. How are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. Very good. Good to be back.
Hey, listen, it is really nice to see you back. I've had a bit of a break, but I have been keeping an eye on things, seen that you've come back. Actually, probably one of the best times to come back into female boxing, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely. Very grateful I've managed to land myself on this card. I asked for the fight. I've got it. It was a quick turnaround, so fair play to Boxer and Ben Shalom for sorting it out very quick. And fair play to Raven, actually, for taking it. I completely forgot she was even with a different promoter until someone mentioned it earlier. I just seen it as a good fight, a good name for me to ask for, and I got it. So, yeah, I'm just chuffed and grateful it's got over the line.
Do you know what, in terms of like this fight, or actually this card, there's a lot of people have talked about how quality the fighters are on it. What's interesting and intriguing about this is everybody's come from the amateurs, but also it's almost like you're the second lot of the new breed of female boxers. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you mean. So like you've got the Tasha Jonas from the previous Olympics, and then you've got obviously me, Caroline, Lauren, that have all come from the Tokyo Olympics. And in fact, you've got Cindy as well, that's just come from the Paris ones as well. So, yeah, I didn't realise we'd all come from like the Team GB setup, which is class. Yeah, it's incredible. And I think I was saying this earlier to someone. I think it was Andy Scott. I don't think people realise how good we are. It's like someone wrote Lauren off from fighting Jessica McCaskill, and it just blew my mind because I was like, how? Like, you just don't realise how good we are. And maybe we don't show it all the time, but once you put the right person in front of us, then I believe that's when we show our best. And yeah, I think a lot of people they don't realise how good we are when we come from that GB setup, but yeah.
Oh, I do. And I also remember us having this conversation myself a while back, and I think you're right that people don't understand the quality that comes out of that GB setup. I find it interesting that they thought that Lauren wasn't going to beat McCaskill, but that's also what I mean in terms of the next generation of fighters. You come with a whole different toolkit of skills, don't you?
Yeah, I think like boxing's boxing at the end of the day, and this is going to sound so cliche and weird, but like pro boxing's different, but it's the same. Do you get what I mean? Like it's boxing, but it's different. And with the experience that you gain as an amateur, going to the Olympics, going to the Worlds, like the people we come across, like entering the ring as a pro, like it's nothing new. Like we've seen it and experienced it all. It's just different in the sense of like, I guess no head guards, like gloves are a bit smaller, and the occasion's just made a big, like it's bigger. But yeah, I just think, especially like it's not easy being on Team GB, especially if you're wanting to medal at the major tournaments. Like Lauren said up there on the press com, it's like the accolades speak for themselves. Not many people even get to medal at the Olympics or even qualify for the Olympics. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, if you've not followed our career throughout the amateurs, which not many people do, some people are just interested in the pros. We turn over then as a professional. They kind of like just disregard all the accolades and all the experience we've gained as an amateur, and just kind of write us off, and they're like, oh yeah, just because they was a good amateur don't mean they're going to be a good pro sort of thing. And I'm just like, you just don't realise how good we are. But I suppose time tells.
Do you know what, also when you're talking about the experience, okay, yes, we can argue that the game is different, but what you do bring, what you all bring, is you have seen and faced certain tactics, certain styles before, so you can kind of, almost go into the file and go, oh, I've seen that before, let me bring that out, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. There's not anyone that I've not come across. I've had people in front of me that don't even know what punch they're throwing because they're that unorthodox. I've had people come and try and take my head off. I've had people try and have a chess game with me. I've had all sorts. I've had people that are fitter than me. Like I've literally experienced everything. I've flew around the country into, like, I don't even think I've ever boxed at home actually until I was a professional. Obviously in the ABAs and stuff I did, but I mean like up as on the GB setup. Like I've been around to Russia and all the different countries. So I just think I've experienced everything. The only like little differences is like the occasions made bigger, and the smaller gloves, I suppose, and it's longer, like the rounds are a bit longer. It's not like a conveyor belt where like you're in, you're out, you're in, next person's in sort of thing. Like there's little differences, but at the end of the day it's boxing. And I seen someone do an interview, Madramov I think his name is, he's fighting, is it Ortiz?
Virgil Ortiz.
Yes, and he done an interview and someone asked him what style of boxing do you like to watch? And he said the Olympic amateur boxing. And I was like, someone's talking sense. Like, he was like Shakur Stevenson and Usyk and people like, and I'm just, that to me, that's boxing, and that, like, it's elite level boxing, not someone that's just going to come and try and take your head off, because someone like Shakur would deal with that. Do you know what I mean? Someone that's a very, very good boxer would deal with that. But I guess also it's the entertainment business, and some people aren't really asked about the technical side of it, and they just want to see a tear up. But yeah.
100%. I think also something that you've just said, and I think Caroline said it before, that the other thing is, okay, they don't know how good you guys are because you have to be faced with an opponent that can kind of draw that out of you. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%. Literally, I went up to Caroline after that and I was like, that's so true what you've just said. Someone that can hold their shape and hold their hands in the correct position in front of you and actually is trying to box, beat you, but in a boxing fight, instead of just like trying to have a little tear up and a little rag you around the ring sort of thing. Weird to say, it's just easier because it actually makes sense what they're doing. They're throwing a jab, they're throwing a backhand. It's not like a backhanded slap or something. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I just think it's just cleaner. That's what I'm trying to say, I suppose. And my personal opinion, a cleaner fight is more appealing to watch.
It's interesting you say that as well, because when I've said to people, like, you see them unorthodox fighters, like, let's say a Wardy or something, you kind of, people write them off, but I'm like, listen, they're difficult to fight against.
Yeah, 100%, and everyone comes with their own styles, and he's game as anything, Wardy, and he's fun to watch, he's good to watch. I mean, I'd prefer not to get his hit as much as what he gets hit, like, sort of thing, but nonetheless, like, styles make fights, don't they? It's just adapting to whoever's in front of you and doing what you do best to get the win.
Just very quickly, because I'm aware that other people are waiting, you've had obviously a lot of time off, and usually we can see this as a positive or negative. What have you learned about yourself in that time, in that period off?
I just know what I'm capable of, and I know this is the fight I need to take, or wanted to take, however you want to put it. I asked for this fight because I believe myself, and I know I'm capable of winning this fight, and it's the fight that I need to kind of put me back in the mix with the top girls and potentially knocking on the door for world titles this year.
Listen, I wish you both the best of luck. It's going to be an absolutely phenomenal fight. I'm really looking forward to it.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you.